Okay, right out of the theater reaction on Clown in a Cornfield. I've already done this review before, but the audio wasn't working, but here we are again. I just got out of this movie. I didn't really know what to expect. I knew it was just like a slasher, maybe a whodunit with some really unique kills. I wasn't expecting really much, you know. It was just gonna be like one of those movies that was gonna scratch that itch because I am a guilty pleasure of these slasher whodunit movies. And this movie actually delivered on more than a few areas. Like, there's some layers to this. Like, I realized soon before I went and saw this movie that there was a novel of this movie. I never read it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what is different from the book to the film. But this was a pleasant surprise. Honestly, this is one of the better lower budget slasher movies that I've seen in quite some time. Horror movies in the theater that I've seen in some time. You know, like there's some twists with the characters. There's twists with the lore. There's twists with the town. I feel like that there's probably a lot more in the book that they just didn't have enough time to put into the movie. And I was like, I appreciate that. And we got a really good final girl. The characters that we follow is kind of likable. Is this Terrifier level? Hell no. And that's on a different level. Like, I'm not saying like it's, I feel like this movie is a little bit more well put together than Terrifier movies, and that's no hit on those movies because I am a fan of them. I'm just not the biggest gore whore on all that shit. But Clown in a Cornfield does not go to the levels of extreme with violence and getting gory and all that kind of stuff. It's a little bit more tone back. It's more about the story. It's more about the characters. It takes a while to kind of like really get going. But you appreciate it for that. At least I do, because I like to get to know my characters before we start picking them off one by one, because it means that much more meaningful. Does that make sense a little bit? But I think that if you're going into this movie, I think you're gonna have a fun time. Okay, don't expect a fantastic movie. That my theater was not packed. This is a Thursday night. It comes out tomorrow. But it's fun. It's a serviceable movie. Is this something that could have came out on streaming? Possibly, but compared to a lot of the other Shudder films and Netflix movies and stuff like that, I actually had a good time in the theater with this because I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. I feel like the look of the film is trying to capture that 90s feel. You know what I mean? So it's not very... It doesn't feel very digital. It doesn't feel very sharp. It doesn't feel 4K, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if it was just the screen I was watching it on or what, but there's a certain feel that it has for it. It has a little bit of a low budget feel. And I wonder if they did have a higher budget, that they could have, like, you know, maybe expanded on a little bit more areas. But like every time I turned around, it's a movie that's not really ever boring. And the dad in this movie, he's freaking awesome. He's one of the best dads in horror movie history. And the final girl, which is his daughter, really great. I really enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed the entire cast. Where the movie actually goes in the third half, it's a hit or miss once you get there, depending on what type of viewer you are when you go into these like slasher movies. But I actually, I was like, oh, it was serviceable. It was good. It was good. I'd like to know the differences between the novel and the film. This isn't It level. This isn't Terrifier level. Those are on two different levels. But this is its own thing. And honestly, for what it was, I had a good time. I've seen some shittier movies in the theater, and this one was... This was serviceable. My itch was scratched. Go see Clown in a Cornfield this weekend. I love your faces. Subscribe to Destination Station. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on anywhere and everywhere. I love your faces, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I'll be right back.